So there are three political controversies that we are looking at, and Mr. Arun Jaitley has been pushing on all three. The first controversy is that over the report in Parliament on the coal scam, the Parliament Committee report, which is controversial. The second point is on the JPC 2G, which Arun Jaitley and the BJP completely reject. The third, of course, is going to be based on the position taken by the CBI on the coal scam in Parliament. Arun Jaitley and the BJP are asking for the resignation on the Law Minister, and Arun Jaitley is my next guest on the News Hour Direct. Mr. Jaitley, thank you very much. The BJP has been targeting the Prime Minister for the irregularities in the coal block allocation. However, as I just pointed out, the Standing Committee report finds that the distribution of coal blocks were done in an unauthorized manner between 1993-2008, which includes all the years of the NDA regime in which you were a minister.
Well, if you consider one fact, that there's been a particular procedure of a standing committee or a screening committee all these years.
True.
So the screening committee procedure was followed. What unfortunately happened was that the screening committee used to allocate coal at a time where the coal prices were low, power sector had not expanded, and the demand for coal was not very high. It's only in 2004 for the first time you had a recommendation saying, now that the coal prices are rising, demand for coal is increasing, and therefore this arbitrary allotment must be replaced by an allotment through a marketing mechanism, where you allocate mining, coal mines, through a procedure of auction so that the state also gets an adequate revenue. Now, instead of doing all this, you continued the old procedure. The old procedure was followed when the market conditions were entirely different, and that is precisely why when the CAG made a recommendation of a huge loss on account of post-2004 situation, that is why this difficulty has arisen.
No, but isn't that a bit like A. Raja's argument that what he was doing was in the interest of the people to expand the sector?
Not in the least. Raja's argument is entirely different because Raja and the UPA government in 2008 allocated spectrum at the 2001 prices. They changed the allotment criteria. The Prime Minister and the Finance Minister were in know of what was happening, and still they decided to have an ostrich-like approach. Therefore, it was entirely different. Here, the market conditions pre-2004 dictated a particular procedure. Post-2004, there was a separate procedure,
yeah, but even
which had been officially recommended. And the Prime Minister himself had said in 2004 that we are now switching over to a new system. They, yet, despite the decision, did not switch over in effect and continued an arbitrary process.
No, even so, you are a stickler for procedure, Mr. Jaitley, and this report mentions allocations were done without advertising it, without even a sentence of information put out in public domain, all by stealth behind closed doors. Even in your tenure, there was therefore an arbitrariness in the procedure. Your tenure, I mean, when the NDA was in government.
You see, a screening committee mechanism per se is not an auction mechanism. It's not a mechanism where the market forces really determine the price and the procedure of allotment. The only difference being that you are talking of a pre-2004 situation where power sector had not expanded, global prices of coal was very low, there were no takers for domestic coal, and therefore you, in the absence of a massive demand, you had to follow a procedure which from times immemorial has continued. It's not that the NDA in 1998 invented that procedure. I think if at best we can be faulted for having continued a pre-existing procedure.
No, but Mr. Jaitley, we now have information that the CBI is going to tell the court that the Law Minister's meeting with the CBI was to make grammatical changes. I mean, this is what we are being told could be one of the options, that there was no attempt to interfere. If this is the deposition, will you take it at face value and stop asking for the resignation of the Law Minister?
Well, I certainly will never take anything at face value. There's an old legal dictum that men can lie, circumstances do not. The original status report and the status report which have been submitted to the Supreme Court are both available with the CBI. They must be available on the computers on which they have been typed. Therefore, I think rather than men giving their own interpretation or a director giving his own interpretation, it would be in the fitness of things that both the reports are placed before the Supreme Court.
Finally, the 2G JPC report, there's a 106-page deposition of Raja's, which was broadcast on Times Now last night, substantive parts of it. Do you think this is fresh evidence? And if it is fresh evidence, do you think the JPC report itself, which gives the Prime Minister a clean sheet, needs to be looked at all over again, perhaps even rewritten?
Well, the JPC is only a draft report. There is no final report. Now, I am one of those who completely disagree with Mr. A. Raja in as much as his conduct as a telecom minister is concerned. But to the extent that A. Raja is the target of all these investigations and the accusing finger points at him, it's only proper that he is heard. Now, the fact that he is not being heard by the JPC is really because of the fact that this government is embarrassed that once he appears and the floodlights are on him, he's going to make all these disclosures before the JPC. Now, therefore, they are finding a shortcut procedure. So my own view is, even though Raja has to be faulted for many of things he has done, but what he has to say, his version will have to be considered by
but what if this is not considered? What if it's the same report? What if the draft report is the same report which eventually comes out, no changes are made? Then what, Mr. Jaitley?
Well, if it is not considered, I can tell you, if this draft becomes final, this JPC will go the way of the Bofors JPC, where this document will get in its rightful place, that's in the dustbin of history.
Arun Jaitley, thank you very much for joining me on NewsHour Direct. Thank you. That's Arun Jaitley, leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha.